Right now, a war is unfolding that most people will never see. There are no soldiers, no explosions, no official declarations. Instead, this war is fought through data, computation, and invisible systems that quietly shape the balance of power. Algorithms are already deciding who gains influence, who controls resources, and who quietly falls behind. This is not a future scenario. It is happening now, and nobody voted for it. When most people think about war, they imagine force, weapons, territory, violence. But modern power rarely looks like that. Today, power is embedded in infrastructure, data centers, semiconductor supply chains, cloud platforms, predictive models. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool for convenience. It has become a strategic resource. Whoever controls advanced AI controls productivity, information flows, economic forecasting, and military simulation. This is why governments around the world now treat AI the same way they once treated oil, uranium, and rare minerals. Not as innovation, but as leverage. At the center of this conflict is something deceptively simple: compute. Advanced AI requires enormous amounts of specialized hardware, high-end chips, massive energy consumption, highly centralized infrastructure. This is why the United States has restricted the export of advanced semiconductor technology. Why China is racing to build domestic alternatives, and why access to compute has quietly become a geopolitical bottleneck. Without sufficient compute, even the best AI models cannot function at scale. This is not about ideology. It is about dependency. Who can build, who must buy, and who is permanently locked out. But governments are not the only actors in this war. Some of the most advanced AI systems on Earth are owned by private corporations, companies with budgets larger than nations, infrastructure spread across continents, and influence over billions of people. These companies are not elected, yet their systems determine which information is amplified, which jobs are automated, and which behaviors are rewarded or suppressed. This is a new form of power, corporate, computational, and largely unaccountable. Governments increasingly rely on these systems, even as they lose direct control over them. Inside modern organizations, decisions are being automated at every level: hiring, pricing, logistics, performance evaluation. Models compare outcomes, optimize efficiency, and remove what they classify as waste. Sometimes that waste is human judgment. Entire teams disappear without announcements. Not through mass layoffs, but through silent restructuring. The decision is not personal, it is statistical. From the system's perspective, removing people is simply optimization. Most job losses today do not arrive as headlines. They arrive quietly. Roles are redefined, requirements shift, automation fills the gaps. Workers are not fired. They are no longer selected. There is no single moment to protest, no factory gate to stand in front of, just gradual exclusion. Governments struggle to respond because there is no clear event to regulate against, only a slow disappearance. The most dangerous aspect of this shift is not speed, it is opacity. Many advanced AI systems cannot fully explain how they arrive at their conclusions. They generate outcomes without transparent reasoning. Even the engineers who build them often cannot trace why a specific decision occurred. This is known as the black box problem, and it means that power is now exercised without accountability. When systems scale beyond human comprehension, oversight becomes symbolic. As these systems grow, human intervention shrinks. Decisions are made faster than humans can meaningfully review. At first, systems are supervised, then they are trusted. Eventually, they become indispensable. Not because they are perfect, but because there is no alternative that operates at the same scale. Control is not lost in one moment. It fades. Publicly, governments speak about regulation. Privately, they depend on the same systems: defense planning, surveillance, economic forecasting. States increasingly rely on private AI infrastructure they do not fully command. There is no clear exit strategy. Once this infrastructure exists, turning it off becomes unthinkable. This is not conspiracy. It is dependency. This is why this is a war. Not fought with violence, but with computation. Whoever leads in AI shapes markets, labor, military planning, and global influence. The conflict is accelerating, quietly, without announcements, and without public consent. The invisible AI war is not about machines replacing humans. It is about who commands the systems that assign value. There was no referendum, no global agreement. Yet the rules are already changing. Power is being redistributed through models, code, and infrastructure. And most people will only notice after the decisions are irreversible.